everyone. So this is my accountability for the chakra system. I don't even know where to start with this one. But my intention behind it is to take deep accountability for how I have been working with the chakra system in a way that perpetuates cultural violence and appropriation. I guess I'll just start with my background or how I was introduced to the chakra system. So years ago, maybe like 7-8 years ago, when I was introduced, it was taught something along the lines of like, these are chakras 1 through 7. Start from bottom to the top. There's over 100 and something chakras. Go learn them if you feel called to do so. And so looking back now, there was kind of an unspoken implication or a subconscious implication that I drew, which was, well, if my teacher or this person of authority did not take the time to study the 100 and something chakras, well, it can't be that important. Or if they didn't do it, why should I? Or why does it even matter to the 100 and to the main 7 that we work with? And so recently I started getting curious. I was like, well, what wisdom is in those 100 and something chakras, and what truths are in there, and what has been strategically, it feels like, erased or pushed back or dismissed. And so that led me to do a little bit of more personal research on the chakra system. And I'll share my resource because I've only very briefly researched, but I'm not sure that there are 100 and something chakras. And like, maybe there's only like 5 plus 1. Some systems say 10 or 12. I think I'm just very angry at all the misinformation. And to give an example of how there's cultural violence taking place, I learned that each of the chakras are associated with different Hindu gods. And so here in the West, they associate different chakras with different archangels, for example, which is a more modern religion. And so that has me thinking about how during times of colonization, the church came and imposed their own archetypes, or I'll say archetypes, over local deities, and how they imposed saints to kind of replace or parallel the local deities of these lands, which is very much so what we've been doing to the chakra system by imposing more Catholic, Western, modern religion ideologies onto them. And so when I first learned of the chakra system, I just thought this was normal. I was very surprised also by like how much Catholicism or Christianity was still being reflected in a lot of Western spirituality, I should say. But I just really didn't know. And to add a second layer to this, again, I have been a lot of work that I've been doing behind the scenes has been me coming into deeper relationship with my Reiki practice. And the chakra system is a Hindu system, and Reiki practice comes from Japan. And so even in Usui Reiki, we are taught the chakra system as well, even though there is a disclaimer like, oh, there's no body map from the Japanese tradition, so we've been working with this other one as a supplemental, but while still having very minimal, if at all, thorough understanding of the 7 chakras. And blending that in with an Usui Reiki practice. And then you add crystals, and then you add sage, which is again adding a convolution of so many cultural practices. And I also want to say that I am not making this video to trash talk any of my teachers, to shame any of my teachers or peers, or guilt, or again shame even any of the healers or readers that I've worked with, just because there's just so much misinformation out there and not a lot of people are talking about it. So again, this is an accountability video of me divesting entirely from the chakra system, and I'm not an authority. I don't understand it enough. I don't understand Hindu culture or people, religion. See. I have no business teaching or practicing something I don't thoroughly understand. And so, yeah, okay, that's all I have for now. I might write more depending if I get more afterthoughts.